In this video, we're going to be finding out about two passive income projects. Osmosis meets Hero.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Got crypto? Got a hardware wallet to keep your crypto safe? Then you have to have one of these to keep your seed phrase safe. The KEYSTONE tablet is fireproof, waterproof. You can use it to store 12-word, 18-word, 15-word, 24-word seed phrases. It comes with a full set of letters and everything you need to make sure that your seed phrase never gets destroyed or disappeared. Get one, get two, get three, have multiple copies. Use my affiliate link in the description below. Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And like I said in the beginning, we're going to be finding about two passive income projects, both of them offering the potential of phenomenal returns, although none of this is financial advice. Now, before I continue and introduce my guest, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey. And if you're watching this on YouTube, really, come over to Odyssey, where I post more material than I do on YouTube and where I'm not censored. Also, if you sign up for Odyssey with an email, that's all it takes, no KYC, you get to earn cryptocurrency just for watching videos on Odyssey. And also, please follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. All right. Hey, Alex, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Hi, Rich. You're welcome. It's nice to be back.
It is nice to be back. You and I, full disclosure, Alex and I are mates. And you've been on a few times before. We've talked about hero investment before. And also we've talked about silver and also home education, because you started home educating your 14-year-old. How many months is it now?
I'm not sure. Six months, maybe.
How's it going?
Brilliantly.
So good. That's so fabulous. Fabulous. And she doesn't have to worry about the trans agenda or any of that nonsense. And I remember because we did a follow-up video and you just talked about how happy she is. And one of the things that I got clear about, and didn't know I was going to say this, but I'll just put this in, right, is because my son, who's been 19 in August, and my daughter will be 16 in October, never been to school. And what I'm seeing with my son and his home-educated friends is the difference a happy childhood makes to that child as an adult. It's really, really great. Okay, so we're not going to talk about home education. That's enough about that. We're going to talk about two passive income projects. One is a cryptocurrency project, because I cover crypto, one that I've been using for a while. And the other is a legacy project, i.e. from the fiat financial world, that you've done very well with. And we've done videos about this before, but you're going to give people an opportunity to get involved in it should they wish to do so. So do you want to, and I'll give you the ability to share screen should you wish to do so, but I can also share stuff on my screen. Do you want to say, do you want to start by saying what it is, what Hero Investment is?
Sure. So Hero is the brand name of the technology that the company behind it have literally stumbled across in the last 5 years. Right. The company is an Australian company. It's called Star Scientific.
Yep.
And they were originally a fusion company who they made a breakthrough in the area of fusion. And their long-term aim is to bring fusion technology, which is clean, renewable,
infinite
energy. Yeah, infinite energy for all, cheap, green energy for all, basically, which will... it'll solve so many issues.
Nuclear fusion, because nuclear fission is where you take an atom and you split it, and that releases lots of energy, but you end up creating radioactive compounds. Whereas nuclear fusion, you take, I don't know, oxygen and hydrogen, you put them together, and that creates energy and water. That's the idea. And I'm not sure that they use hydrogen and oxygen, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So fusion is their long-term project, and they have nailed that. And they will bring that to the world, and that's going through the corridors of power, and that will be a global game changer. In the bringing about to commercialization of that project, they stumbled across another catalyst, which is another project, basically, which will generate revenue for the company quicker, and it is that they can use legacy infrastructure, so they don't need a whole new set of infrastructure around the world. to get this energy out, they can use existing oil and coal-fired power stations, convert them to hydrogen overnight, and make them green with no polluting, run a fraction of the footprint and a fraction of the cost.
Okay. In a nutshell, and without getting technical, how does this work? What is this HERO technology?
The HERO technology, HERO stands for, it's hydrogen based.
Right.
HERO, they've coined it HERO. It stands for Hydrogen Energy Release Optimizer.
Right.
And it's basically it's a natural catalyst that they discovered. And when you coat it on a substrate, then and then mix it with hydrogen and oxygen, it heats to like 700-800 degrees within 2 or 3 minutes. So you get industrial quantities of heat. So the obvious use is to convert oil and gas-fired power stations around the world, of which there are tens of thousands. But since they've made their breakthrough public, all sorts of other industries and companies around the world have got in touch and said, we want your technology. And one of the first that they're rolling out a series of pilot programs with is in the food industry. So the food industry needs heat, and they don't need as much heat as a power station does. Mm-hmm. So that's why they're doing, so Mars Group in Australia have signed up to a pilot project, as well as 14 other major food brands. And so they're currently, what they're working on at the moment, I mean, if I tell you, like, I've been an investor for 20 years, but they only discovered this 5 years ago. Right. And in the last 5 years, it's very much been their focus. They haven't put fusion on hold, but they're still working on that, right? So they're still working on that. But this can that might take some time to really roll out around the world. This can be rolled out immediately. It's ready to go. They're just doing the pilot programs now.
Now, my understanding when we spoke about this before, it's a small unit, and I don't know what it looks like, but then you have this substrate, their proprietary substrate. Hydrogen and oxygen, well, that makes water. So you add that, you mix it with the substrate, and you add the catalyst, which they've discovered, and it releases loads and loads of heat. And it's very, very portable. It's decentralized, my understanding. So you don't have to have it at a power station and then to transport the heat. You can just have it where it's needed. So next to the factory or part of the factory grounds, right?
Yes.
Wow. And then Mars Group are taking this on. They're doing
the Philippines government have signed up to it. They want to be the first island nation that are fully self-sufficient energy-wise. There's thousands of islands, and only 10% of them even have electricity right now. So you've got the Philippines government have signed up. There's other governments lining up to do business. These guys have won loads of awards. They've won like the equivalent of the Oscars in the energy world. They've set up the Hydrogen Council, which is a worldwide council to run and put all the infrastructure in place, and the regulatory framework for the hydrogen economy, which is now really beginning to take off. And these guys sit on that council. They were invited onto it because they're big players in the hydrogen world. They're really at the forefront of this new, energy world.
Okay, that is phenomenal. Now, hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe.
Right? Yes.
So we're not going to run out of it anytime soon. And from what I remember before, the effluent, or what comes out of this process, is heat plus water, which is steam.
Heat and steam.
Heat and steam, right? Oh, heat and steam. Okay.
Heat and steam. So yes, it's heat. Heat is the product. Steam is the byproduct.
Oh dear. What are we going to do with steam? we could cool it down. Perhaps run steam trains or something. Anyway, okay. And the Filipino government, the Mars Group, but this video and all the information you talked about is on their website, starscientific.com.au.
Yes.
People want to go and check it out, and it's fully registered with the Australian regulatory authorities. And we said it's in the legacy world, so it's not crypto. So how can somebody get a share of this, and what's available for somebody who gets involved, who wants to buy shares?
Yeah, sure. So actually, at the moment, there is a limited, or they've released all the equity of the company that they're ever going to release.
Right.
So there are, I believe, there's not that many shareholders, maybe 2,500 around the world. So it's a pretty small shareholding. And they've raised all the money that they ever need to raise. So they are now financially self-sufficient and they don't need to release any more equity. So anyone who wants to invest in this company would need to find an existing shareholder who is willing to let go of some of their shares.
But aren't they going to go public and get listed?
They never want to go public. The technology is too important to fall into the wrong hands. So from day one, they decided we never want to go public. We don't want any government or corporation or any other body having any undue influence in the direction and outcome of bringing the technology to the masses. You know, they want the technology to actually come out for the benefit of mankind. They don't want anything to get in the way of that. So it will always be a private company. Just like in the UK, John Lewis is a private company.
Yeah.
But they will turn a profit, and they will turn a profit in the next couple of years. And so dividends will start in the next couple of years, and those dividends will be paid out to shareholders.
Right. Okay.
Just as
you're a shareholder.
I'm a shareholder. Yeah. So just as a public company.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's not public, it's private, and so its direction is in its own hands, if you like.
Okay.
But because of that, you can't just call your broker and say, "I'd like to buy some shares in this company." You'd have to know someone who's willing to sell some. I've been a shareholder for over 20 years. I was an early investor, and I've done very well. And I'm at the point now that I'm looking to sell a few of my shares, like 5, maybe 10%.
Okay. And how well have you done? Are you willing to say?
Yeah, I'm very happy to say I invested 25 grand just over 20 years ago. Currently, they're valued at just over £5 million. So that's a 200-fold increase.
Okay. You know
most of that,
that's not very good in the world of crypto.
Maybe not. Maybe not. There have probably been better returns in the world of crypto. But this is the best return I've had out of any of my investments, and I've had a few.
Okay, but also you've gone from 25,000 to £5 million, £25,000 to £5 million in 20 years, right? That's nothing in crypto, but I bet you haven't gone 25,000 to 5 million back down to 25,000 again. That's the world of crypto.
that is the world of crypto. No, the good thing with this project is now it's really taken off, and it really has only taken off in the last 5 years.
Right.
There's no looking back now. It's basically we're at the point of it's being rolled out. So when I invested, sure, it was a punt, but now it's more a case of how quick is it going to get to a certain level.
How much is a share currently today, roughly, or when you last looked?
They're in Australian dollars because it's an Australian company. So the latest share price is just over $1,000. It's 1,033 Australian dollars
for one share.
For one share.
And how much was it a year or so ago, or 5 years ago, or something?
5 years ago, they were $10.
Okay.
So it's done over 100 times. It's gone up over 100 times in the last 5 years.
And this increase is that's the hero
investment. That's actually nothing compared to where it's going.
Because that's just the return on the hero prospects, right? And you've said they've worked out nuclear fusion, and that's coming.
Fusion is the bigger project, the bigger long-term project. I can give you some figures, some projections on dividends out 5 or 10 years, just on Hero alone, just on the Hero project. I mean, you said it's just over $1,000 for a share. The Star Scientific's own projections for their dividend is in 7 years' time, it'll be 7,000 Australian dollars per share per annum.
Wow.
On a share that you can buy today for $1,000, 1,033.
Right.
Ernst & Young did some due diligence, and their figures were that they anticipated dividends being $10,000 to $12,000 per share within 10 years.
Okay. Now
this is based on Hero being rolled out.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. This is a projection. You may lose your home or your underpants should you secure a mortgage on either of them or something.
Yeah, there's no crystal ball, but
Yeah.
But those are the projections from the company itself and from Ernst & Young. So
yeah. No. You say you're selling a small amount of your equity so that you can enjoy life. Good for you, right? Because I know about the plans you have for you and your wife for your daughter, the kind of life you want to live. Now, and also from the previous videos, I know people have clicked on my affiliate link and then they've contacted you.
Yes.
And then some of them have purchased shares through you. Because what's the risk that you're not going to run off with the money or anything, and that this is real and legitimate? How did you do it with those other people?
The risk is that you're a big, scary man, and I don't want your customers complaining to you and you coming around and beating me up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just my style, isn't it, Alex?
No, I mean, it's a pretty simple, straightforward process. If someone hasn't bought shares before, I mean, I can talk them through it, but it's a very simple process. We fill in a one-page transfer form. It gets sent off to Australia, and they receive a share certificate.
Okay, and then you use an escrow service if need be, or yeah.
Yes, I've offered it. Actually, no one has taken me up on it so far. I mean, I've done a few of these now, and actually over the years I've been involved in sales of in this company of I couldn't put a number on it, 50, maybe 100 sales, and they've all gone through exactly the same. So although I offered the service and said what the pros and cons were, actually no one's taken me up on it. But yes, we can use that. It's available. But there's various safety belts and seat belts and belt and braces that we can use even without needing that. But yes, we can use an escrow service if people want.
Okay, and then what they're getting is the bona fide share certificate sent from the company, and then you'll give them, because what people click on the link, they arrange a call, look through the website, have a conversation with you, arrange a call, and then take it further if they want.
Yeah, I created a website which kind of outlines the history of the company, my history involved as a shareholder, and tells all the details that people might want to know. And if they're interested, they can click on a link and book a call with me. We'll jump on a call, have a one-to-one chat, and I can tell them more, answer any questions, and then no pressure. But if they want to buy some shares, and I still have some left, then I'll be delighted to sell them some. I've actually got a tally of people that I've introduced over the years to the company, some of whom are already multimillionaires and financially free.
Wow.
So I'm actually, regardless of whether I'm selling my own shares or not, I have really enjoyed introducing people over the years to the company.
That's very good, Alex.
Everyone I've had, is really grateful.
Yep.
So I'm counting on free drinks for the rest of my life.
You get free karma points. You get bonus karma points. Bit.ly/hero investment. That's the affiliate link. So click on that. Go have a look at the website. Go have if you're interested after looking at the website, go speak to Alex. There's no obligation, and who knows, you can earn some silly money because the world runs on energy.